Hi there, I'm Matt Montgomery. I'm part of the agronomic team here at Beck's. Today I'm in a field of corn and it's showing some symptoms that are just a little bit disturbing. The hilltops appear yellow, the hillsides appear yellow. They look more yellow than the lower lying areas of the field. And if you look at individual plants in those locations, what you're going to notice is some of those plants are purpling up, and sometimes they're showing these brown-yellow margins that really look unhealthy, as if something is really wrong with these plants. Sometimes the leaf material most extended out will have a little bit of a wilty look as well. If we take our shovel and we carefully dig the soil up around some of these off-looking plants, and then I take my knife and I carefully peel soil off of the root system, we eventually spill out little 16th to 8th inch long larvae that we call Grape Colaspis. This field is suffering from root feeding by Grape Colaspis larvae. Grape Colaspis have appeared off and on over the last 25 years. 25 years ago, they made a great big splash, causing all sorts of problems, and we struggled to figure out a way to manage them. Then they kind of disappeared, and over the last several years, they've reappeared once again here and there. Grape Colaspis larvae look kind of like a little grub. They're a little bit more closely related to a rootworm larva, but they have an orange-colored head capsule and this fat, white, cream-colored body with a gray squiggle that goes down the back. And you may find a whole bunch of them. In this field, we found on the order of 11 in some cases, 15, 8, 7, just really high numbers when you think about 2 or 3 on a root system being a problem. As we begin to look at those roots, we can see the injury that this larva causes. It chews off root hairs and it gouges channels in the side of larger roots, and sometimes it goes after the mesocotyl, that connective line between the seed and the crown. And when you damage that connective line, that umbilical cord between the seed and crown, these plants at 3 to 4 leaves become a runt the rest of the growing season. So managing Grape Colaspis becomes a big deal. There's nothing we can do after this crop has been planted to get rid of them in the soil. Grape Colaspis larvae will feed on that root system. They will eventually pupate here in a few weeks. They'll emerge as small brown beetles, adult Grape Colaspis, that will mate and also will chew holes in the leaves that look like jigsaw puzzle pieces. And that leaf tissue damage will happen from about ground level up to just past the ear leaf. We usually don't consider their leaf feeding to be a major issue. It's the larvae that are the big issue. 25 years ago, we struggled to manage these things, and we struggled to manage them because we couldn't find a seed treatment that worked. And then neonics came along, and neonics seemed to wipe these things off the map. And over the last several years, they've popped back up here and there. It's a good reminder for all of us that pests are always on the move, trying to figure their way around our best management tools. And that's one of the reasons that at Beck's we're always looking at the next seed treatment that we add to escalate to try and find a way to manage issues like this. Now, this thing's going to overwinter in the ground, and next spring, after it's gone down about 10 inches, it's going to come back up and cause problems once again. We can never quite predict where we see issues with this pest. We never were really able to do that, and so it continues to be an off and on problem that we occasionally run into in the field. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll talk with you soon.